Whoa. I hated. Start a little early. That's for sure done. This is not a paid Aquafina ad. I'm just thirsty, you know what I mean? Did I already say thanks, Keith? Appreciate that. How do you even remember that, Grevin? It's crazy. Let people pile in here. Anybody who was waiting until 5 o'clock probably like, what the heck? I'm late. But they're not. What's up, Edward? Banguna Farm, Australia. Negative, Grevin. I figured out what's going on though. Google Chrome has got a little video icon in the upper right hand corner, and that kind of takes over right now. What's up, Steve from FSC? Thomas Gray. 13 trucks. Scania R620. Loading for England. Nice. What's up, William? Thanks, Banguna. Hope I'm saying that right. Check this out. Pretty dumb, honey. All right, what is it? 10 till, 12 till, 37, 40 people. Nice. How many do you think we can get in here? Lighting might be better that way. I am getting grayer, Keith. I'm turning into an old man up in here. What's up, Big Paul from England, Yorkshire? What's up, Kenny? What's up, Alan? What's up, Norman? Yep, it'd go to Matt's. What's up, Glenn? What's up, Bob? Rodney, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Glendale, Arizona. I know I just missed another one up there somewhere. Aberdeen, Scotland. Gucci, I'm probably going to put real tires on her, so probably $450 each for 8 of them. So I don't know, it's like $2,800 or something if you buy 8. I'm not going to do that math in my head. What's up, Mike? SoCal. Yeah, it's something. I don't really know. I'm not really sure why that's on the computer as well as the phone. It was an iPhone thing, so I imagine it's just a Mac thing. upstate South Carolina, William. Nice to have you, Kevin. Appreciate you. What's next? I'm just going to keep working on crystal. Lots to do, deep in the brakes and bearings and bushings and seals and stuff like that right now. Then wheels and tires, some lights, get that cab stripped off, fix some of the fiberglass roof cap, such. Justin, what's up? Jonathan. Oh yeah, Keith. You didn't say that to me, but maybe I'll go up there for that show too. We'll see. Flying's going good, Kevin. It's boring this month so far. I'm just sitting, but Finger Lakes region of New York State, Seneca Falls. Right on, Norman. From the UK. Good evening, Susan. Did I say hi to Justin and Jonathan? Geez, I have the shortest memory ever. Gucci, I'm gonna do some fiberglass stuff. I'm trying to get a new friend of mine to come help me with that. Thanks, Leon. Big rig spot. What's up? Tell Just Trucking to come on over with the checkbook. You know, bring some bricks, some G's, some K's, some honey buns, whatever you want to call them, racks, stacks, bands, all that stuff. What's up, Drew? Black Kenworth. Marmon? Maybe, Richard? Yeah, we hung out. We went over to their Airbnb after the show. Yeah, Justin, I'll sell some trucks. What you want? Go Blues. I hope I said that right. From Poland. I come to Poland sometimes for work. I don't know how to pronounce that thing. It's like, I don't know. It starts with an R, R-E-Z, something. Thanks, Richard. That's Jessica's truck now. Bing, bang, boom, Bob's my uncle. That's right, Rob. You know, Bob, really wasn't a snub. I mean, it felt like a snub to Mike, and I get that. But let's not talk about that today. Tim's a super busy guy. It was a super busy moment, and you know that sort of thing happens sometimes. I'm very positive that that was not intentional. But let's not talk about that. Yeah, Keith, maybe someday. And no, I don't know Just Trucking. Thanks, Bob Ross. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, Norman, come on. No more Tim talk. It's easy to get wrapped up in that, but we're not going to do that today. Flying's doing good, David. It's boring sometimes, but it's all right. That's right. We're gonna have about a half hour of me whining about stuff here in a little bit, but for now, let's just keep them questions coming. See what we can get done. God dang it! No doubt, Drew. Like it was crazy. Pretty sad. Pretty big accident. Good thing it wasn't during rush hour. Ah, Don, I don't have any goals today. You already know that. Uh, yeah, I do have a video that I might put out either tomorrow or Saturday. Just a little update video on the trucks, like 15 minutes long. Um, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So you guys slow down for a second. I got to catch up. So yeah, Edward, I am waiting for a plan. Next project, don't know, Richard, because Crystal is at the top of the list, and I'm going to focus on getting Crystal done. Um, David, yep, I did like Matt's. Not sure if I said hi to you or not, but hello. And yeah, I had a good time at Matt's. It was super busy, met a lot of people, uh, probably 10 times as many people as last year. Yeah, Jeffrey, I did give Jessica Black Betty, sorry. Which Ford truck? 11 or Fiona? What's up with my girl Franny? That's my girl Franny, bro. Franny's probably next. I have to get X driving. So obviously sometime in the next month or so, X is getting a transmission and drive shaft so I can start run drive that. But Crystal's the top, excuse me. Crystal's the top of the list, and then Franny's right after that. That answers Norman's question too. What's up, Norman? Yeah, I hear you, Don. Yeah, I was super sad, Susan. I'm and when I saw that, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, wow. What's the idea, Bob? I'm not sure on Ohio truck shows, David. I'd like to go do that one that Dane Scott uh, runs every year. I'd like to see that. I don't know what other shows are there. Um, thanks, Richard. Well, Glenn, come on over. I'll give you a ride in one of them. Evening, Roger. You guys see Roger there, Three Angels Diesel. You guys follow his channel, right? Big Paul, I think it was just a coincidence, but the same guy did own both trucks for a short time. But the paint's super old, so I'm not sure that he did it. I don't know the history when it was farming. Maybe both of them were on Langford Farms, and they might have painted them that way. But neither one of those trucks were that color from the factory. Crystal was blue, and Trisha was silver. Richard, which cab over, bro? Okay, I'll check that out. Big rig spot. Yes, of course. Drew, you absolutely can. And Steve's and Tim's and anybody else's you want. Yeah, that is the Concord. It's the Concord. That's the paint scheme. Yeah, of course, Don. Yep. Everybody's that you want to do. You don't have to ask, just drop them when you feel necessary. You guys notice I'm wearing an It Ain't Easy Being Pretty shirt. This is my Sparkle Buggy shirt. I'm not going to show it to you. So if you want one, you'll have to go and look at it at jamespretty.shop. You can throw that link up there too, Drew. Oh, my bad, Richard. I skipped over the fact that we were talking about the Ford when you answered me. Yeah, Fiona, CLT 9000. That's Fiona. And no plans yet on Fiona. Lots and lots of parts that I have to buy. Right on, Keith. Appreciate that. The both the Marmon and the CL 9000. Those are trucks that and the white cab over. Those trucks are hard to find parts for. How's it going, Dennis? Doing good. We got crystal shirts on the jamespretty.shop. I agree with that, Edward. Marla's right up there, though. Once, if I do keep Marla and throw some fresh paint on that and put a modern engine in it, that'll be the baddest truck in the world. Oh man, you know what? If they're in the 80s and the 70s, you're going to need everything. Excuse me. The biggest thing is to make sure the frame's good. And in Southern California trucks, the frame should be spotless, no rust, and the cab should be no corrosion. Probably leaks. Water leaks and cab overs. Any semi trucks, they leak. You get rained down when you're driving. It's just a thing. If I was looking for a truck, something that was going to be like my forever project, it'd be something with a long wheelbase, something with air, something with a Detroit. Hard to say. No stream available. Sup? Manchester. Yeah, Trisha would look good in silver. It may end up silver. Don't really know what's going to happen with it. It's definitely going to have the Concorde on it. Well, I'm not going to say definitely. I want it to have the Concorde. Yeah, flat top trucks look cool for sure. Nice, Roger. Someday maybe. Oh man, I had a shot at a big bunk Pete once with the V12 Detroit cheap, and I tire kicked it too long. Somebody else got it. Yeah, Bob, I did think about, when I was parting out Patty, I did think about doing that, but I don't have the room to store the parts indoors, and I don't have the time to catalog and sell. Too busy with work. Richard, currently flying the 777. David retracted his message. Me too, Dennis. This is not an Aquafina ad. You guys want to do me a favor? I know there's only 90 of you on here right now, but if you all send an email to Scott Products, the makers of shop towels, the blue shop towels, send them an email and tell them that they should sponsor me. Be super cool. Because when I sent them an email and recommended that they sponsor me, they were like, no. So maybe if we get like all 5,000 of the people that watch my show to do it, that'd be cool. No, I didn't see any Aerodynes at the show at all. There's a picture of one, though, a blue one, I thought, but I didn't see it. I don't really know how to pronounce your name. So what if I just call you Sarah? Sarah. I don't know how to say her name. Ceresa Loeb. I know I murdered that. Thanks, Gucci. I think I do too. Send that email. Tell them that you ain't buying no more Scott tissue if they don't sponsor James Pretty. Oh man, Jonathan. Are you talking modern trucks or old stuff? Because I have the old trucks I would want. Um, so I don't know. What's up, Neil? How's it going? Oh, yeah. I didn't do an interior shot of Crystal because it's nasty in there. Let me tell you how that works. Um, so the shifter comes up through the floor in that truck. And when I was messing with that V12, I took that whole shifter box out of the truck. So I had this hole like this big, in the floor. And excuse me, cats were living in there. It's all nasty. It's horrible. So we'll show you in a video soon. And Franny needs a little bit of work before I can drive it. So, uh, but yeah, you're right. The other trucks need a little. Excuse me, need a little bit of show time. CK19, I didn't see a whole lot either. New trucks, I wouldn't want any of the new stuff. If I was forced to buy a new truck, it'd be a W900. I've never seen a Brockway in real life, David. I've found some Superliners, but nothing with the E9. I would be interested in that, but only for the nostalgia reasons, like the 3408 and KT motor. Those engines are really nothing in comparison to modern stuff. A modern-ish 6NZ drag any of those trucks backwards. Yeah, Darius X is gonna get transmission in the next month or so. Surveys. Okay, surveys. Got it. Got it. Be okay if the camera is pointing out the window. I should have cameraed that whole thing up, but we're gonna do a better drive video, Neil. When I'm home, we're gonna camera that puppy up as soon as the brakes are done and go for a wheel drive. Uh, Richard, I have the ideal truck. If it's Franny and Crystal. To be honest with you, those two trucks right there are my ideal truck. I bought Crystal. If you guys will slow down the chat a little bit, I'll tell you why I wanted Crystal and why I bought it. Let me look through these things. All of the interior on Crystal is salvageable. It's just nasty dirty. Sub Sterling. Not really sure, Neil. Drew, I'm not a Peterbilt guy. True, Bob. Sterling was okay, but they were more of like I don't know. I don't know how to say it. An alternative truck. Um, and I think I'm not sure, but are they the beginning of Blue Diamond? I don't really remember. But Sterlings were cool. Yeah, E9s are fragile. They sound weird and they blow up. Yeah. Yeah, Richard, you're right. Sterling transmission and X is next, but Crystal's going to stay on the top of the list until it's going to shows. Hey, Don. That's funny. What's up, Jonathan? Dennis, Scotty is cool. I mean, it's not mine, not my type of thing. I'll let Bruce run those. Um, the horsepower of those big V8s is intriguing a little bit, but cool truck. What's up, Jason? Oh, look at Susan popping out there with some trivia. Yeah. Bob, I'm looking to move. Uh, I want to move back to Florida, and I'm trying to find some land, and then I'm going to build a Walmart size shop if I can. Yeah, Drew, I do. Okay, so what was I going to say? I was going to talk about something, uh, and I wanted to catch up, and I've already forgot what it was. What was it? Remind me. Oh, that's right. I just remembered the story of why I bought Crystal. So, when I lived in Florida about 10 years ago, um, was it 10 years? Yeah, 10 years ago or so, I wanted to build a semi truck with a radial engine. And I found a big bunk Kenworth um, with a really nice long frame, and the transmission was junk. And it had a model. Have A model? No. I think it had a model. Anyhow, long story short, they could have got the truck for like $1,000, and it was mint, because Florida truck, no rust, and but it was about 3.5 hours from me, and I was just tire kicking it because I didn't want to pay to have it towed to my place. And when I finally decided, screw it, I'd just do it. Somebody else bought it like that morning, and so I've always regretted losing that purchase. So when I saw Crystal, I had to have it. That's right, Sean. What's up, Robert? Oh yeah, they just had to make that 10 extra horsepower, didn't they, Susan? You know what, Richard? The wide fronts are unnoticeable on the highway, but very noticeable in soft terrain. All the trucks I drove when I was a kid had those big. We called them Michigan floats. I didn't even know they were popular anywhere else. That's how hick we were up there. Bread man. Um, no, I'm done buying for now. Probably for a long time. I've got like 22 years of truck work to do. Little Trucker Bear, built before 2000. Uh, Crystal and Franny. Those are my favorite trucks. Uh, I do have a little soft spot for a Brigadier, but that's just a piece of crap truck. But it was my first one, so there's a lot of K100s around, but not very many big bunks. In the Panhandle, yep, that's exactly where, Roger. Anywhere in that Panama City Beach area, north of that, all that dead man's land. That's right, Richard. I like Marlowe. Uh, it's not my favorite truck, but it's a damn nice truck. And believe me, when you're going someplace, that extra few square feet makes a huge difference. Like in Crystal, you're the back of your seat squeaking on the front of the bed, and your steering wheel's rubbing your fat roll. So you don't have that stuff in Marla. Trisha. Vance. So the little trucker bear, I don't think there's a better looking truck period than the Freightliner cab over. The way the Freightliner starts leaning back at the midpoint of the front end is like super sexy to me. I don't really know how to explain it, but uh, Kenworth's probably my favorite brand, but the look the look of that front of the Freightliner cab over is why I have them. Yeah, Warren, I really wanted to do it. Um, I was going to get that big Curtis Wright that's on the DC3. Don, Don and Don and Roger both drive them little bunks, and Chad. I don't know how you guys do it. Yeah, Bob, man, them the 83 is a good year for that double bunk K100 for sure. Right on, Trucker Bear. This is not an Aquafina commercial. It sure is refreshing. Yeah, William, they really do. They really do. Johnson, I don't own any Peterbilts, and I likely won't. If I were to buy one, it'd be that brown one at JP's with the NTC 475. We'll see, Warren. I might make an electric truck powered by a big jet engine sort of APU. I'd really like to do that. Big rig spot. You can send Aquafina a letter. I'd rather you send it to what's my favorite water from Florida? Shit, I forget. I don't know, Bob. We're looking. I'm out at work, Keith, and Jessica's home. All my trucks are for sale, Little Trucker Bear, except for the 5 I want to keep, and they're still for sale. I'm not a Peterbilt fan just because everybody has them, and they all look the same to me. I might consider a 362 cab over, but I don't know. Neil, what can you tell us about Chad Keegan? Will he appear in one of your next episodes? Me and Chad are good buddies. Me and Roger are good buddies. Me and Don are good buddies. Me and Tim are good buddies. Me and Steve are good buddies. And we could be in each other's or any other videos at any given time. I do expect Chad will be coming down to hang out for some sort of time in the next few months. Brad, man, I do enjoy working on trucks, but I'm kind of Deer Park. Nope, that's the local one down in Georgia. It's Springs. It'll come to me. Yeah, I don't hate Pete's, Drew. A good truck, arguably. They aren't number 2 to Kenworth for No reason. They're a good truck. But everybody has them and they all look the same. And when no matter whose truck, like you look at any of those show trucks, the exact same truck, the exact same stainless on them, just different color or different wheels or different lights or different interior, but it's the same truck. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just not into it myself. I am definitely keeping Crystal. Crystal's not for sale. Thanks, Tom. The diesel electric is if I do an electric, it will be powered by a APU out of a 747 because the thing is so loud you won't even be able to be near it, but it makes enough power to move the truck, I think. David, I have some video, but I'm like 4 or 5 weeks out. And my video at Matt's is not good because we didn't have time to go and interview people and hang out and look at trucks. I was meeting people that watch the show. Excuse me. And so my video of Matt's is going to suck. Zephyr Hills. That's it, Alan. Dang it. Yeah. You guys call Zephyr Hills and tell them that they need to sponsor me. Frankenstein's got some windshield frame and windshield rubber problems, and he doesn't want it to become a major deal. They don't make that rubber for the windshields anymore, and we've both been looking for them for the last year or so. They just aren't out there. So he's going to do something different with the windshield, but then I expect him to put it back out there. Yeah, that's for sure. Peterbilt does have an obsessive cult. Uh-oh, hold on. Bunch of stuff just skipped by. Need a rusty wheel like Orwell. Dang it. Steve's got to put some shinies on there. It's time. I think he should go with the those color wheels, and I think he should put blue ones on there, but just my opinion. I did go to Matt's. Simon, we talked about the Mac with the E9. Interesting truck. If I ever find one that's for sale, I may get it. Yeah, the FLCs, there were a few really nice ones, but not very many, but there was a few. I think 2 right by Chad's truck. Yeah, same thing, Roger. I am famous. Infamous, maybe, Dennis. Those tank tracks. Oh, man. Everybody has different flavors, don't they? Steve's got plenty of budget for bling. He's just holding out. I think he has some wheels, right? I think he has a set. He just needs to get them polished. All right. Keep that rubber duck Mac in your thoughts for a second. I'm going to re-ask about that in a second. Yeah, they don't. You know what, Roger? They didn't even know what buds were. I tried to. That's a Chinese company, right? And I tried to explain how buds work, and they were just not following me. And it's too bad too because that wheel design eliminates that hump where the water pools up and ruins your wheels. So I really want those wheels. So I will probably switch to Hub Pilots to get those wheels. Mac Ultraline cab over with a Mac V8. Yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks, Don. Franny is not going anywhere. Red and black, chrome with hundreds of lights. Sounds like Trisha someday. Hey, John. John Bird. Scotland. I'm Scottish a little bit, somewhere down the bloodline. Parents told me I was Indian my whole life. Got my first DNA test. Nope. I'm just a white guy from Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Western European. Peterbrook, man. Nothing wrong with that, Larry. Everybody likes what they like. You know what I mean? Oh, it makes sense, Neil. What's up, William? I just wanted some of their polished wheels, Roger. Their polish was amazing. Better than anybody else's polish I'd seen at the show. Yeah, Freightliner took a turn and jumped on that plastic truck routine, and then that was it. Gary, if you want a Marmon cab over, I have two available. One's a regular bunk and the other's a double bunk, both Cummins powered. Send me an email if you want them. Nice, Larry. What's up, Ronald? Me too. Can't wait till it's done. Yeah, John, I have a friend from the channel that's in. I have a lot of friends actually in Australia, but yep, I go there from time to time. I'm gonna see if I can't do a little ride along in one. Candy's for sale. I'd like to sell that. I like that truck, but I can't just leave it sit there. It needs to be out, making somebody proud of it. Okay, so what did I tell you to remind me of? I can't remember. Breadman, I wish they still made the steel wheels, the chromies. Coronados. Jason. Rubber Duck Mac. Let's talk about the Rubber Duck Mac, and then Jason ask me about the Freightliners again in a second. What's up, Steve? Little Red. Drew, everybody's reminding me. I see it. Okay, so Rubber Duck, I'm friends with Anthony Fox on the internet, and he's the guy that owns Rubber Duck. And I talked to him, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I was like, hey, man, maybe I should bring Marla up and we should, take her for a spin and you could show me the Rubber Duck. And he keeps it at a friend's shop, kind of up northeast. And it's in a Walmart size shop up there. So it's not near me like I thought it was. So I can't go and check it out. Steve, how about you, brother? A little Rubber Duck. Well, what else were we talking about before that? Dang it. My memory is like 2 seconds long. Freightliner's getting to work. So many more trucks than you. Shitload of old tractors. Hey, now. He's probably been collecting longer than 3 years, Neil. But yeah, I would like to check it out. I had my buddy looking for the windshield gaskets, and he was unable to find them. But I'll still dig around over there. What's up, Kelly? Yeah, I heard that the Freightliner cab over is coming back to the U.S. I would love for them to give me one. Why don't you guys send an email to the CEO of Freightliner and tell them that they need to sponsor James Pretty with a brand new cab over? See if they can convince me that Freightliner is better than Kenworth. Doubt it. Freightliners. So update on the trucking company. Semi-legit LLC. Here's the thing. So I got all my stuff around for the business, got it all done. Got my trucks almost ready to go, right? So what do I need next? Insurance. So call up my insurance guy. I'm like, hey, I need to I need trucking insurance and I need to get one truck done right now. So hook it up. He called me back. He said he needs $6,000 down, $3,000 a month. And I was like, whoa, what? And so I said, yeah, that's not going to work. So I called another truck insurance place and I said, this is what I got. I want to do it right now. Hook it up. And they want 30 grand for the first year. Uh, I'm not in a position to blow another $30,000 with no return. So I'm probably not going to do it. No, Don, I haven't yet. That's my next call. But then I have to rejoin and I let my membership expire. Edison, who say they rebuild any old truck to run. Yeah, I did hear about the Edison truck. I don't want a traditional electric truck. I know they're doing a diesel generator electric drive, right? Yeah, Neil, I'm going to try. You have to slam doors on a Freightliner. Ain't that true, though? Wow. What is wrong with their doors, Larry? Jessica's been moving slow on Betty because we've been busy. So hopefully we'll get some Betty content here pretty soon. Yeah, 13,000 a year is what I was thinking would be acceptable. I'd rather be at 10,000, but 13,000 would be bad. 30,000 unacceptable. And that first year insurance thing, ridiculous. There's no rite of passage bullshit that you should have to go through because you want to be a trucker. They're trying to price you right out of business, and that's ridiculous. And I think OIDA, or however you say that, you guys better do something about it. You guys got to unionize or something. It's ridiculous. All right, Richard. See you later from Aberdeen, Scotland. Talk to you soon. What's up, John? Upstate New York. Thanks. Okay, Don. Cool. Got to crack the window when you, yeah, no doubt, Kelly. $1,500 a month. I would maybe even consider 1,500, but it should only be like $700 a month. It's ridiculous. Randall, I did talk to a few other guys, but they're all 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 years in the business, and their insurance is reasonable. I did tell them to get stuffed. Yeah, Neil, it was just in Georgia. All I was going to do is just pull some logs around. Chad has his own insurance and his own authority, and he's been using it for he's been insured for a while, so his insurance is not that expensive. Thanks, Wade's World. Appreciate you. Let's get the whole country of Australia to watch my shows, huh? We need to get those views up. We're going to talk about that here. Are you leaning more towards Cat than Detroit now, James? Man, I don't know. Cats break cranks. Detroit's don't. Haven't made the decision. I haven't made that decision. Detroit's don't break crankshafts. Breaking crankshafts is expensive. Yeah, $700 is not too bad, but you shouldn't have to pay no huge. Well, I mean, as far as logging goes, dude, Sterling, I wanted to have good liability because people, those trucks, man, bad things happen when you're logging, bro. And so maybe I was asking kind of a lot, but even they said even if they cut my stuff in half, it was still substantially more than I wanted to pay. A few months ago, you wanted to sell everything. Yeah, everything's still for sale. You won't buy Franny or Betty or Crystal from me, and it'll be hard to get X and Fiona and Marla from me. But everything else will go. Trisha could be bought real reasonable right now because it's all tore apart to do paint and body work. So if anybody wanted a great ass big bunk K100, you could have Trisha cheap. $30,000 a year for the insurance. Sup from the Netherlands. Go Cummins. Cummins ain't a bad motor. Man. William, I don't know. I disagree that the unions would be the problem. I mean, I guess it can run wild a little bit, but you're absolutely right about the brokers and that stuff for sure. I don't know, Steve. I'll ask Wyatt or Hank next time and talk to him. Old Cummins, yeah, for sure. Lots of Dutch guys in here. Okay, let's talk. Now I want to complain. You guys got time for me to complain? So, the viewership of the channel sucks, and it's very, very discouraging. We can't be having like Crystal's drive video is like pumped up and weighted, and it was like a big thing, and it should have been crazy. And man, 5,000 views in 2 days, man, pathetic. So I don't know what to do about that. I'm doing the best I can with the production end of it. And so if my videos just suck and nobody wants to watch them, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do it. I'll tell you, I made $782 off YouTube last month. I spent $18,000 on Crystal last month. So if you guys do the math, I don't know how many more times I can do that. I was just playing with that scab on my arm. That thing still hurts. No, we'll never see that blue collar truck again, man. That's never going to be anything. Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, that was 1,000 people. That should have, if anything, Neil, that should have helped my channel because everybody who watches Tim should be watching me. They've seen us together a million times. We talk about each other all the time. If you like truck content, you should be watching my channel. If you like family content, I guess that's Bottle of Patron. Yep, I did. Well, Jason, I appreciate that. And Larry, I appreciate that. And everybody who's on here, plus 4,000 more people that aren't on here right now, watch my show. But we can have 60,000 subscribers and only 5,000 people watch. And I don't know what happened. We have to do something about it. I do walk on water, Neil. I just showed you that yesterday. Yeah, I knew blue collar would be for sale. That guy wasn't a truck driver. He had to bring somebody to drive it for him. Tom, I'm not going to debate that with you because you're right, probably. Tom said I might get more views if I did complete restorations. I did, but that's just not my thing. I'm more just rescue guy. My idea was to do these willet starts and first wash and interior clean out and then make a truck drivable and then somebody would buy it. And then my biggest problem was I fell in love with everything that I bought. And so uh, I feel bad if I'm working on one truck and not another truck. Plus, there's that ordering of parts and taking forever to get stuff. So it just kind of is the way it is because of all of the circumstances. Um, I mean, I can make a million excuses, but I think it's just me. I'm not I'm not soft, and I don't like play soft music when I work and have a little drone footage and act like I don't know what I'm doing. And when I don't know what I'm doing on something, it's because I truly don't know what I'm doing. And when I make a mistake, it isn't set up so it looks like a mistake when it isn't. And I don't dramatize stuff. And I think that's what the majority of people like is all that TV stuff. And that's not a TV guy. I rescue trucks, and I got badass trucks, and I build badass trucks, and I'm just not soft, and it sucks. Um, yeah, I agree, Sean. Um, you guys watch. I'm going to give a prophecy here. uh, you watch Chad Keegan is going to turn into a YouTube superstar over the next couple of years. He has his stuff, and if you guys have been watching Chad like I have, his stuff is really, really becoming good to watch. Um, and you watch, he's gonna go boom here pretty soon, I think. I could be full crap. I have been one other time, but I really do believe Chad's channel is going to be superstar. He's putting in the time. His editing is good. His content is more exciting. His show is way better than it was. Yeah, William, I still want to do the trucking company, and I still want to do that. I think the channel needs it. I just wish I could bite off the 30 grand for insurance. The chat's going kind of fast. So I'm trying to catch it. Me and Tim will get together with a race sometime. You guys just you don't see the the back end of Tim that the rest of us I've seen. Tim is I'm super busy. Like I have 60,000 subs, about 5 to 8,000 people that really care about the channel, and I am super busy with YouTube. Tim has a quarter of a million subs, and probably 100,000 of them are committed to the channel and calling him and texting him and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. It's a full-time job, right? And so when you get to be that level, uh, it's super overwhelming. Uh, yeah, Tom, I agree with that about Chad. And and so he's just super duper busy. And even though we're friends, I might send him a text message about something. Might take him 4 weeks to get back to me. It means really is that busy. All joking aside, this is a super busy job, and it takes a huge commitment to do it. And I enjoy doing it, and I think he enjoys doing it. Um, I could use some rollerblades for sure. Yeah, Jason, I agree. That was the main reason I spent the money to get the company ready to go and put a truck out there because I was just going to pay the insurance and I already have JP has got me a place I can go and drag some logs from. And I was just going to try and do, 2-3 days of what I would normally be working on trucks, hauling some logs, getting some good content. I was super excited about it, and it may still go, but it's not looking great. Um, and it's not a horrible idea. Yep, I agree. I really, really wish I had um, anybody who wanted a job near me that would come over and work on trucks and be my cameraman. That'd be super cool. The POV cam is nice, but the thing, I turn it on, right, and I get working on stuff, and pretty soon 2 hours is over, and the thing's telling me to charge it right when I go to do something important, and I'm like, okay, here we go, and then it's like, please charge it in time, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And so it's a hassle, which is why I don't use it very much. But you're right, I should use it more. Yeah, Sean, I'm serious. Chad's channel's gonna blow up. Chad's personality is amazing, um, and he's one of those like in your face guys too, and it's working. Man, if Johnny lived by me, Neil, he'd already be driving for sure. I like Johnny. He's a family man. He's a mountain man, and he's a long ways from me. Makes it tough. Man, I don't know, Ron. Joplin's quite the hump for me. The stars would have to perfectly align for me to come out there, but it would be cool. Yeah, William, that'll be a pretty good truck. Neil, how many miles? Let's just talk hours. 11 hours. It's 11 hours away. And it's 11 hours of, hard driving. It ain't like the Indiana toll road where it's nothing but one straight smack. It's going through some good times. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate you, brother. I need them roller blades. That's right. Yeah, I was just talking about that, Warren, about the Air Force truck. No, I get it, Hank. I get it for sure. See you later, Don. Did you say good night? It's 5:47, Don. What the heck? This is not an Aquafina commercial. So yeah, let's talk about money. Um, um, let's see. I had to read a couple of things. Is the plan still on for the freight shaker in the shop getting repainted? That's the Kenworth brother. That's Trisha in there. But yeah, it does need painted. All right, Don, go dad and husband it up. I get it. Scania. Let's talk about that. So initially, when I started YouTube, I did it just because it was fun, and then um, the people who watched and the people who subscribed enjoyed the go and drag it out of the woods, right? And so I drag them out of the woods, and then that encouraged me to drag more out of the woods, which encouraged me to drag more out of the woods. So, uh, yeah, Brad, man, that's not a bad idea either. We'll see how that goes. But So initially, I wasn't doing it for the money, but there comes a time where a guy has invested, you know, a few $100,000 in trucks and parts, and and spending thousands of hours uh, working on trucks, filming, editing. You got to remember, if I work 8 hours, let's say I work 8 hours, right, and I get 6 hours worth of footage, you'd think that would be the end of it. But then that 6 hours worth of footage has to be watched in sections over and over and over and over and over and over. So that 6 hours of footage might take 10 hours to edit. Then once you get the 10 hours editing done, then you got to watch the hour, catch all the mistakes you made, spend a few minutes re-editing, and then upload, and then go into your art stuff and start splashing on some color on a thumbnail. So you might spend 10, 20, 40, 60, 80 minutes making a thumbnail, changing it 3 or 4 times, trying to make something cool, and then put it on there. And then when you have all of that time and money and effort invested in a production and people don't watch it, you don't get any money. And it's like, you have to have some payback. I don't know anybody who can, I mean, how can you do it? You know what I mean? And like, the exciting part apparently is the finding the truck and buying and trying to get it running and bringing it home and washing it and making it look nice and getting it running, and then make it roadworthy with the hope that um, that somebody's either going to want to buy it or want to work it. Um, so I didn't do this for the money because I have a decent job and I make a decent living, but the trucks are the only thing that I've benefited from my job. So like for the last 2 years, everything I've done at work, I have put into the trucks and YouTube. So it's kind of important. And I don't need to make, I'd love to make, 100, 200, $300,000 a month. I would love to do that. I don't need to make that. I would like to make it so that I didn't have to foot the bill for all the time and uh, uh, parts that I put on the trucks. That would be cool. Okay, I'm missing a bunch of stuff because I got off on a rant. Let's see. W9, yeah, Edward. I made $263 from that collab with Hank and Wiley. I gained 32 subscribers, if I remember what I just looked at earlier. And it cost me about $450 to go down there and fuel and gas and hotel and stuff. I had a great time. But yeah, let me just look real quick. I don't know if you guys want to wait for me to look at that, but let me just look real quick so I can make sure I'm telling you the right number on what I made off that video. Only take me a second. Stay with me. Don't go. Let's see. Revenue. Go to lifetime. A lot of people don't talk about stuff they make. Okay, lifetime. From that thing with Hank and Wiley, I made boom, 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 boom. Come on, get back to the revenue. I made $680. So I was off by a bunch, but that's what I made from that video in its lifetime. That video gets looked at a little bit every month. So, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Jason, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, Juicy Lucy for sure. Out of pocket. And it's not bad. Again, I don't mind spending the money on the trucks, but I would really like either for the trucks to go somewhere and make that money back, or or somebody buy it, somebody be interested in it and buy it maybe. I don't need to profit, but it would be cool if I broke, close to even. Yeah, Larry, Jessica's going to make some more. Yeah, Warren, now what exactly? We'll see what happens, Ron. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. So, Scania, just to answer your question, I don't get any better discount than a normal business account. Even Fleet Pride, I did 80,000 with Fleet Pride last year. Didn't get me anything. No more than if you put your name on a truck and called Fleet Pride and ordered the same parts, you get the same discount. Neil, Marla's finished completely. Candy's finished completely. So, and they're all for sale. So, I don't know what to do about that. And so, let's talk about views. Drew, you just brought up a good point, right? So, last month, this preceding 28 days, right? And this is the part I don't understand, because I put out some pretty good some good stuff. Granted, last month there was some slow kind of what I call crappy videos, but I have to put those out because I'm working on the trucks anyways. So, but this last 28 days I put out some pretty exciting stuff, getting Crystal ready, right? So last month, not this 28 days, but the previous 28 days did 189,000 views for the month, which is, yeah, Jason, I have, which is bad. But this 28 days, 122,000. I mean, look at that difference. Like 40, what did I say? 48,000 views difference in one 28-day period. I don't know what to do about that. I need to get, and now let me tell you, I'll tell you something that kind of justifies that. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Yeah, I know dying breed diesels. Yeah, I get it, Neil. Sean, not yet. Where was I going with that? Oh, views. So there was a point in my YouTube history where Franny came along, and Franny gave this line of views that went straight up. It was like it started off at like 10, 12,000 views in the first day, and it just never stopped. And that thing went straight up. And so, and ever since that, it has been on a slow tick trend downward, right? So we're at 2,400,000 views on Franny, I think. Let me just look so I'm not talking crap. Let's take that and let's go lifetime. Yeah, 2,400,000 views. 2 million. Let's put it up there. Can you see that? That's just on Franny. I don't know if it's clear. 2,479,997 views. So the channel has got a total of 9 million views, right? So 2.5 million is a lot of views for one video. Since that video was super popular, it created a flood of subscribers based on that video, right? And so also with that spike in views, it created an influx of money. And so once that video started fiddling out, the views over the month have gone down quite a bit. That truck used to pull 80, 90, 100,000 to 250,000 views a month. So it was much better. So maybe my channel hasn't ever really been good. And just that one video has been kind of carrying it financially. But we need to find a way. Um, we need to find a way to get views. Like my last Will It Start? It's funny. You know that video the other day that was like, what's wrong with this fifth wheel plate on 12? That video got like 50,000 views. But my last Will It Start video, which was on Patty, did like 18,000. So I don't know what's happened, and it's super confusing. Lucy's the truck's name. Nice. Now Bruce is at least evolving into something other than just breaking stuff. Yeah, Franny was sitting there on mostly flat tires and missing a front wheel. Yep. See you later, Kevin. No, I had a guy looking at both the FLDs, but he offered me 20 grand for the pair. Not happening. He's about 10 shy. Maybe, Neil. I think it was because my wording in the description was what's wrong with, and I think that even though there was something wrong with the fifth wheel, and we titled it that, we looked and we found something, we fixed it, and then we know we need to get some bushings. So it wasn't clickbait, but I think it was clickbaity, and I think people like that. Even though I don't like it and you don't like it, I think the majority of people love clickbait, but I just don't want to do it. Yeah, that door, once I decided I was buying that truck, I tried to get that door to stay shut, and I ended up bungee cording it shut. That's where I got that big ol' ass rat out of there. It was nasty. Thanks, Jeffrey. Little trucker bear. YouTube views are weird. Yeah, William, that'd be a good idea. But obviously, the people who are in this chat are probably members of the 5,000 to 8,000 people who religiously watch my videos. So, I mean, you guys obviously dig what I'm doing. We need to figure out what other people need or some way to trick them. Maybe you should you guys could post like in your local news that you're having like a big party at Kegger and then charge admission and then just give them water and make them watch James Pretty YouTube channel. It's a thought. Yeah. I hate clickbait. Same. The algorithm. Let's talk. You want to talk about the algorithm? So I was watching some videos by the guy who controls the algorithm. And so he said this exactly, that what I produce is secondary to the algorithm. And what the people who watch my channel, what their recently watched list is what affects how my channel grows. It's a little weird, right? So I'm trying to put it out there like he put it out there. So let's say Neil watches my video. The algorithm goes, okay, Neil is watching James's video. What were the last 10 videos Neil watched? He watched Tim Gentry. And then before that, he watched Cooking Channel. And then before that, he watched Adventures with the Hudsons. And then before that, he watched whatever his favorite music person is. And then before that, he watched this or watched that. So they look at the last 10 things that Neil watched and they go, well, Neil's not really a fan of trucks, and we can't really put trucks on a Adventures with the Hudsons channel. So it just stays down here in the algorithm. He said what happens is if Neil watches my channel and every channel he watched other than my channel was like Diesel Creek and Watch West Work and Jim Gentry and Chad Keegan and Three Angels Diesel and Diamond Cord and Just Trucking and Flatbed Red and like his whole watch list was truck stuff. And I know I put some non-truck stuff in there, but if his whole thing was truck stuff, they would say, "Oh, James's content must be so good. We need to show all of the people who are watching all of those channels, James's channel over there in that little sidebar, you know, when you're watching the show." And so that makes sense. Yeah, you're exactly right. I'm not big enough for YouTube's liking, especially the Fortnite thing. Sup, John? Diesel Creek is a good channel. I don't know. So let's talk about, okay, Susan, that was a good point that you brought up Diesel Creek. Let's talk about Diesel Creek. So people have said, and not just Neil, many people have said, James, you don't ever finish anything. Okay, let's do a comparison. Diesel Creek has 183 projects on its property. Not one has ever been finished. And that guy has 110% of his base watch every video. Think about that for a minute. 110% of his base. So what does that mean? 66,000 views would be every video I have if I had 110% of my base. Dude doesn't finish nothing. He buys all garbage and he messes around with it one afternoon and sticks it in the yard. Most of the time, he doesn't even get it running. The best video I've ever seen from Diesel Creek was when he got that cool vise. That being said, I do watch Diesel Creek and his production quality is good. So I don't know. Yeah, right on, Sean. Right on, Ron. Neil loves cooking. J.C. Smith Projects. What's up, my brother? You guys watch him, right? JC needs more views. We need to spend my my 5 to 8,000. Need to go over and join his 5 to 8,000 and make that happen. Which part? Little Trucker Bear? I missed what you were saying there. Yeah, Neil, I watch cooking channels all the time. I might have just lied. Nothing exciting happening today, JC. We did some question answering, which was good, and then I've just been like ranting about YouTube views and how to make them better and how the algorithm works or how it doesn't work. And this is not an Aquafina paid sponsorship. He buys old junk and neglects it. Oh, about Diesel Creek? He does. He doesn't finish. He's never finished not one single thing. And I do watch the channel. So I'm like, that's not a cut. That was just a comparison. All right, Lon. Lon. All right, Ron. Have a good one, brother. Yeah, Jessica does get me more views, but you know, she's got her own life too. She doesn't like having to be out at the shop all the time with me. All right, Roger. We'll see you later, brother. Have a good one. I'm not really sure, Marshall. I imagine it probably does. Tom, I thought that was a thing too, but my last couple of flight videos haven't done very well. But I will get you some more. You know what, JC? I don't get it. I enjoyed that video. Yeah, CK, I believe that. Oh no, yeah, I get it. Uh, yeah, no, I was just giving a comparison. Yep. And I don't understand the notifications. I've had a lot of people mention that lately. I even had a guy earlier. I think before we started the live, we were doing the chat, and someone mentioned they'd watched the video on their computer a couple days ago, and then just got the notification on their phone that Crystal's Drive video was out. So I don't know what's up with that. Solus, have not got my shoulder done, and I'm backing out. I think I've just been uh, trying to will it to be good. Yeah, me too, JC. Um, I guess we're the exception, not the rule, when it comes to that. From what I've seen lately, if you play some soft music and pretend like you've never done it before, and you make all these silly mistakes, um, and do a little drone footage, your channel will skyrocket. Yeah, Jessica is the bomb, and we're trying to do more sponsorships. You know what I want to do is get all my loyal followers to send emails to companies and tell them they need to sponsor me or we'll boycott their products. William, let me ask you a question, and nothing. I'm not saying nothing. Watch Wes work. I tried to support his channel because I'm friends with people who were friends with him, and I thought, well, I'm just going to see if I can like it. He doesn't show any of the work. I don't understand the channel. I don't understand. I watched him just the other day, like I don't know, maybe it's been a month now. Work on that screw auger conveyor feeder thing, and like I was kind of super interested in that whole process of that thing, and I didn't see any of the work. It was like uh, I don't get it. I don't get it. So I watch stuff because I'm truly interested in the mechanical aspect of it. And when you cut all that out, I don't understand. So so help me out with that. What is the appeal? I mean, what is it about Watch West work that is appealing? Because he's obviously appealing because he has lots and lots of subscribers and they watch his stuff. All right, Larry. Thanks, man. We'll see you. Yeah, Matthew, I get that. Should we share each video? I have not been, but we'll start tonight. I'm not sure what sharing videos does. Um, yeah, maybe that was just that couple of videos I watched, JC. I'll give his channel another look because I am truly interested in learning uh, from watching other people work. Even if they screw something up completely, I've likely learned not to screw it up in the exact same way. Um, yeah, exactly, Steve. Yeah, I guess he plays some classical music every once in a while, Susan. Thanks, Jeremy. Well, I mean, And like I said, it wasn't a cut. It was just like trying to figure out what aspects of other people's stuff. You start thinking that maybe you just aren't appealing to people. And I'm not saying that about everybody. Obviously the people that are in this chat are different than the people who aren't in this chat. Yeah, Matthew, I get that. Yeah, maybe that's it, Sean. Maybe that's it because he is a very intelligent dude. He works on everything. I'm not sure about that. You know what? I watched the other day. Uh, he did that remote control thing, dude. Way over my head. How he knew what stuff to do when he built that circuit thing. But you guys know I am not the electrical wiring guru for sure. But he did blow my mind when he was working on that, and maybe that's why uh, I don't find it very interesting because I can't follow it. Yeah, Rust Trail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Wayno's channel. Yeah. Is Musty one the guy who always gets like old three wheelers and old lawnmowers and stuff? I think that guy's pretty good. Right, Brent? Same. Matthew, you need to build a replica of all my trucks. Not into electrics? You don't say. Yeah, I, I just don't get it. And I hate not knowing stuff, but I just can't seem to get it. I even took electrical in college, and I'm happy to say that I failed that class a couple times. I like Wayno. Uh, you know, two strokes are two strokes. They're cool. If you grew up hearing them, they're cool. But uh, old two stroker kills my views. Getting two, three, four times my views, five times, sometimes 10 times. And I think my content's better than him. And you tell him I said that. But he's a good guy. We're friends. Steve, I used to watch Vice Grip Garage, but he sold out, and I don't like that. It used to be, man, I'm not just going to dog out other YouTubers. I was a fan of Vice Grip Garage for a long time, and then we'll leave it at that. Yeah, Sean, I feel you. I didn't catch that Mount Eagle video today. Yeah, I've watched Mussie. He's pretty smart. You know who's very underrated, and I don't understand. Western Truck and Tractor Repair. You guys watch him, right? Right? Night, Jason. Wayne's music. Nice, Brent. You guys watch Western Truck and Tractor Repair? JC, you watch him? Warren? Warren from Western Truck and Tractor Repair. You guys got to check him out. This dude he's a little raw, but he's good. What's up, Raymond? Appreciate you stopping in, brother. You don't watch him, JC? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't get the views I think he should get. I mean, sometimes he leaves that greasy bit on the camera and you're looking through kaleidoscope, but I like his channel. Thanks, Gucci. And that dude works on everything, Sean. Warren from Western Truck and Tractor Repair. Bendon? Never heard of it. Oh, you know the guy who was with Heavy D, and then they're no longer together, but he's got that CLT 9000. He got like mad views when he did the engine change in that thing and didn't show any of the work. I was bummed out too because he was redoing that A model. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's a CLT. It's an A model. I get to see some of the stuff that's missing on my truck. Didn't get to see any of it. Oh, okay. Yes, I do watch that guy. He's the one with the little finger puppet, right? Mort Ski Repair. I've heard of him, but I haven't watched him. Team Steam. Yeah, you guys watch Team Steam? I'm trying to get him to show more of the work, more of the body work stuff, because he does a lot of before and after. And I really need to learn body work, so I've been pestering him about that. But I watch all his stuff. Right, John. Yep, same thing, JC, same thing. I think we're in the minority. Yeah, yeah. Bendon. I watched him not too long ago do this. There was a rolled over dump truck. And man, he had that frame nailed over, man. I was like, I can't believe it, but he does a really good job. I was really, really impressed watching him. I just forgot that's what it was called. Diesel Down Under. Haven't watched him, John. Jeremy, I have the oldest truck I'd ever want to work on. That white cab over 69, ancient copper airlines and stuff. Crazy. Yeah, you should get a few commercials in this live. Yeah, Brian, I see that. Yeah, yeah, Sean, for real. So I think one of my problems is that I get distracted, and so I'll have a camera set up to do a job, right? And I'll go to get all my stuff and I'll see something else. I'll see a squirrel and I'll go over there and do that. And so then all you guys get to see is this right here. Maybe I should do my lives like this, make you feel like you're watching one of my videos. So I am conscious of that and I am trying to make it better. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it, Raymond? I was like, wow. I'll check out that Diesel Down Under. Gucci, when I did car stuff, nobody liked it. Like, I think the Belvedere is the coolest thing ever, and it's just wildly unpopular. Yeah, I never knew that Dave Smart Trucking guy, but I've heard some stories. And I thought, we talk about, some people don't like the fact that I hop around on different trucks and stuff, but the whole goal has always been to start run drive. And so like I'm trying to get all the trucks where I can jump in, throw a key, flip a battery switch on, throw a key and pull that thing off. And I'm so close. You know, 12 that I can do that with, and the 13th will be soon. ADD, ADHD, OCD, yeah, for sure, Sean. You guys watch that young kid from Jersey or New York or something and works on hot rods? What's that kid's name? He may only be Instagram. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Neil. If I had enough room in the yard to move him around without spending the day, I would for sure. Wow. Yeah, Neil, I agree with that. I think FSC, I think Steve wears a freaking GoPro on his forehead. I can't do that. I don't know how he can stand it. Steve, you still in here? You wear a GoPro on your head, bro? That's true, Mark. That's absolutely true. I never even thought about that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll put some Belvedere stuff up. Bad Chad. I wish that I wish that I could make it through Bad Chad stuff because he is talented. I just don't dig it. Glenn, I thought he did. Hey, Warren. I can't really say anything bad about Twin Stick. He, you know, for a guy that works one Saturday, just one day a week, he gets a lot of stuff done. I'm not a big fan of that stupid car he's working on, though. If you're gonna make a banded edition Trans Am, there's plenty of real ones out there that you can restore. Thanks, Mike. And I thought that too. I thought maybe having a little taste of one truck this week, one truck next week was good, but I get it. I never heard of him, Susan. I never was a Dodge fan at all until I bought the TRX. But I dig Chevelles. I had a few of those when I was a kid. Never heard of that Dave Smart Trucking. I'll have to look for him now. Yeah, I've been watching Twin Sticks from the beginning, but I was watching Bruce Wilson from the very beginning too. Uh, so I can't say much about that. Yeah, I don't know how he wears that GoPro on his head. Those things get 1,000 degrees and they're heavy and awkward. Yeah, William for sure. See him working on some of them huge ass dozers and out there buried in the mud and still gets her going. I wasn't a fan of Smoking the Bandit, so that truck never really has impressed me. But he did do a lot of work. It was a milestone getting that thing done, and he deserves some kudos for it for sure. Yeah, Chris, we've talked about some collabs. We'll see what happens this year. Yeah, Glenn. Oh, that's cool. Rust Trail. Oh yeah, dude, Sean. For real. A long time ago, I used to own this automotive super center, and it's like 15,000 square feet. And we had a side building attached to it. And I leased that out to this MMA fight club. And like all of their people and all of my people like co-mingled, and it was crazy. And if I had that stuff on video, yeah. But YouTube wasn't a thing back then, unfortunately. What's your favorite childhood? Oh, the Smoking the Bandit. Excuse me. Marla and Trisha, come on over, Steve. Drive them. You should buy Trisha. Trisha could be have cheap right now because it's all tore down to get painted, and I don't want to do it. I'd sell Trisha for like 28,000 right now. Drive it home. Put some sunglasses on. Though ain't no windshields in it. Oh, right on, Brent. Yep, that was when me and Chad first met. We were talking about that at Matt's. What an epic 11 days, man. It was so cool. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do something like that again. We're gonna go and get something and do something just like that because we had a lot of fun. Moving on. Can't remember that. Oh, right on, Warren. I wasn't a big Smokey and the Bandit fan. Now, uh, obviously, I watched the movie, but I just wasn't a big fan of it. Um, what was that? Yeah, yeah. I can't really remember what movies back then I liked. I was a weird kid, believe me. Most of the time, I was working on military vehicles, not watching TV or movies. And the rest of the time, I was grounded. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, could do that, JC. We'd be just like Vice Grip. You know what, JC? I like BJ and the Bear too, but my dad hated it, so I didn't get to watch it very often. And I tried to find the series, and somebody's got a pirated series, but I haven't purchased it yet. I think I bought it, but I don't think I sent him the email with my shipping information. I think that was like 5 or 6 months ago. All right, Alan, feed them cows. We'll see ya. Oh, Will and Sonny moving on. I'll have to look for that. Oh, you mean just go there with nothing but your clothes? I see. Yeah, might do that. Might do that. I like Convoy and American Graffiti, both of those. BJ and the Bear. I'll check it out. Smokey and the Bandit. You know, I don't know. It wasn't a horrible movie. Convoy is cool. It wasn't a horrible movie. I just wasn't a fan. I liked the Dukes of Hazard, and I liked um, like movies I could think of from then. Maybe Any Which Way You Can, Any Which Way But Loose. All that stuff. My dad was a westerns guy, so I saw all the westerns and stuff from back then. Trying to remember stuff I watched on TV when I was a kid, like was it Gunsmoke and Bonanza, MASH, of course, because my dad was military. White Line Fever, I remember that. Yeah. I never did see or hear of Steel Yard Blues. Nice. I love the Dukes of Hazard. It's a shame that they made that car about hate. Lonnie, best get out 3 computers, put on all of our channels, and just start from the first video and let them play. Oh, I didn't read the rest of that part. Sorry about that, brother. Sorry for your loss, man. Yeah, Matthew, me too. Sat by that car and wished I was inside of it, burning the wheels. There's a truck show in Mayberry. Right on, Glenn. Ha! Come on down, Steve. Drive them. Cooter's Garage. I don't remember if I watched White Line Fever. I'm gonna watch it today if I can find it. I don't have anything spare for Freightliners. Oh, that's cool. I remember Hogan's Heroes. I don't remember Kelly's. Where is it, Sean? Slapshot. Vaguely remember that. The A Team, heck yeah. Man, when I lived in California, I moved to California my senior year of high school, and I saw a van at Stephen J. Canal Productions that they used in one of the 18 things. Man, I tried to buy that thing. I wish I could have got my hands on it. Of course, it's been long gone by now, but I would love to have the 18 van, the real one. Steel Cowboys. I watched that not too long ago. Airwolf. What was that one with the coyote, that kit car? Um, what was that? Ah, dang it! I think it was red and white. You remember that? Yeah, I saw that Night Rider tractor trailer, Warren. That'd be kind of cool. That'd been cool to come up with, just to be like on somebody's place and be like, dude, is that the Night Rider truck? That'd be badass. What, Wesley? What are you saying over there, Wesley Curry the second? MacGyver, that was a good show. Knight Rider was okay. I mean, we all wanted that on our Trans Am. Kelly's was Clint Eastwood. Okay. All right. Okay. You know, when I think about Clint Eastwood movies, I only can think of the two with Clyde, Philo Beto, and then the westerns. Like man, I can't even think of any of those names. Appreciate you, Alexi. Yeah, Brent, that thing is cool. I want a remote control General Lee, but I want one like modern with burn the wheels and pop wheelies and stuff. Highballing. Remember that. Hardcastle and McCormick. Was that the name of the show? What's the name of the show? Was it Hardcastle and McCormick? Man, the McCormick part might ring a bell, but I can't put that in my mind. Yeah, JC, gas powered. Heck yeah. Hardcastle and McCormick. Dang it. Can't believe you guys remember that. I can't put it together in my mind. Breaker with Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Huh. You remember that one with Lee Majors? He was the bounty hunter. You remember? And the opening in the end of the opener was a jumping that square body and it just destroying it. But then, yeah, Fall Guy, it destroyed that thing, and then it would like instantly flash to like a perfect truck. That was cool. I like that. Colt Seaver. Was that his name? Holy cow. Yeah, stunt truck for sure. Of course, the $6 million man. We all went outside and went da, 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 when we picked something up. We all squinted our one eye to try and have bionic vision. I mean, at least I did. Oh, the Incredible Hulk, of course, can't discount that show. That was awesome. Lou Ferrigno. It is funny because he was so much bigger than Arnold during those days, but Arnold kept beating him in all the shows. Oh yeah, Jason, we talked about the A-Team. I want that van. Whoever's got the A-Team van, call me up. Yeah, pacemaker's no big deal. Sometimes I wish I was on pacemaker. Hardcastle McCormick. Yep. It's crazy, Mark. It's crazy that I couldn't put that together in my mind. I'd still having a hard time. I remember the car. Didn't the license plate say, wasn't the car a Coyote, but it was made by like Cody Industries or something? I don't remember. Yeah, those G20 vans are bringing big money because if not, I'd already have one, and it would have a Detroit in the back. Oh, Arnold moved out of Florida or out of California? I didn't know that. It's sad to see all of our childhood heroes, seeing Clint Eastwood that close to not being anymore. It's kind of shocking. I remember when my hero John Wayne died. I was just a little kid, but it's weird that most of them are gone. I was a big fan of Arnold's for a long time. Fred Kozlowski. Who's that? Who's that, Brent? Send me the link, Sean. Or it didn't happen. Acme Trading Company. Yeah, George Jones. Yeah. You know, it's funny. It's not funny, but I was telling my mom, I was like, I got to go see George Jones before one of these days he's going to be dead, and I will have not seen him in concert. And then pretty soon he was dead, and I don't get to ever see him in concert because I kept procrastinating. It's not a tumor. It's awesome. You watched Oswald shoot Kennedy, huh? Which Oswald? How's it going, brother? Ohio. Sure does, Trucker Bear. Rockford Files. Oh, yeah. That's an old one. He had that gold Firebird, right? Man. Really, Steve? I was pretty shocked when Dale died, to be honest. I never was a NASCAR fan, but that was pretty shocking. All right, I'll be looking at it. Yeah, but which one? The one that they say shot him, or the guy that was over on the grass, or one of the people in the car, or the whole conspiracy? Yep, sure did. That was crazy, dude. Columbo. Heck yeah. You guys remember Fantasy Island? I wasn't allowed to watch that. Yep, it is. It sure is. But they're free with status. I got status at a lot of hotels because I'm in them all the time. So it was a free bottle. This is not an Aquafina commercial. Dip plane. That was funny. Toby Keith. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Starsky and Hutch. That's awesome. You say that nowadays and people think it's that one comedy actor. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Oh, Magnum. Yeah, that's cool. Charlie's Angels, of course. Oh, really, Brent? Yeah, I don't know. The Camaro will come up sometime. I got a lot going. Gilligan's Island. Heck yeah. I was religiously watched Gilligan's Island. Yeah, same here, Trucker Bear. Secret Chimp. I don't know that. MacGyver, yeah. JC said that. I think we all MacGyver some stuff together once in a while. Simon and Simon, that's true. Yeah. Gomer Pyle, yep. Miami Vice, and all. Why aren't those things still on TV? We'd think they suck now. Hee haw. Oh, Beverly Hillbillies, man. Bring back some stuff. Granny. Rockford Files, yeah. Yeah. Those Moonshiners Turn or whatever it's called. Yeah. Oh, Marianne for sure, dude. That's not even a question. Marianne for sure. I think everybody in here probably goes along with that, right? Blue Thunder. Oh yeah, I've seen Convoy. Yeah, that's right. Marianne for sure. Oh boy. Where have we have taken this conversation right down into Marianne from Gilligan's Island. I'm so proud of us. That's funny. Bunch of preverts. I sold it. I sold the Busa. Um, I was tired of spending money on it every time I tried to start it to let the battery charged up, so I sold it. Hank. But Marianne was fake, man. Oh my gosh, look at that. My screen went blank on me for a sec. Marianne was too fake for me. You know I love a redhead. Her name's Jessica. I sold Jessica's bike too. Tales of the Golden Monkey. Oh, man, I wish I could find that. That seaplane. Man, I love that show. Yep. Fall Guy was the best opener ever. Mark, that's awesome. Oh boy. Three's Company was all right. It was all right. You know, if you're into ditzy blondes, it was great. What a we couldn't have a show like that nowadays. Yep, for sure, Steve. Yeah, Warren for sure. Cheers was good. Mel's Diner was good. Mel's Diner was good. Shit, Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days, man. Like those were good. I never really got into the Carol Burnett show. Archie Bunker, that I was just showing some clips of that yesterday to Jessica. That definitely couldn't have anything like that. All in the Family? Nope. Couldn't have anything like that nowadays. Alice. Get out there and get him running, Brent. Dallas was cool. You remember that whole like year and a half of Who Shot JR? That was a little boring. Sanford and Son, great comedy, man. Uh, the Jeffersons, great stuff. Big Trouble in Little China, great movie as a kid. Shit, yeah, we are. We're a bunch of old men in here. Screaming, Riptide, 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 and that's ringing a bell. Yep, awesome shows, man. Awesome, JC. Land of the Lost, the most poorly, um, how would you say it, animated show ever, but still amazing. I'm 54, Jed. I'll be 54 in May. Actually, I'm 53. Yeah, I watched Big Trouble in Little China not too long ago. We were just talking about Hardcastle McCormick. It's funny, Jason. What's up, Dennis Escobar? Yeah, I get it, Brent. I got 13 big trucks, and they seem to monopolize my whole life. JC's got 100 trucks. He's still doing it. What was the truck from Big Trouble in Little China? I can't even remember. Nice, Jed. Ripley's Believe It or Not was good, and there was another one, Amazing or something amazing or shit. I don't remember. American Graffiti. Yeah, I just watched that the other day. Nice, Mike. Yeah, JC, flip the switch all right. You gotta have these just to read what people are saying on the computer screen. But I have my font blown way up. Really? It was an FLC with a tall sleeper? Huh. I might have to go and watch that thing again. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Tales of the Golden Monkey for sure. Free on YouTube, really? Oh man, we're gonna cut this live off in a minute. I'm gonna go watch it. 59, huh, Edward? Edmund's 54 in May as well. 21st for me. Classic XL. 66, yeah, 58. Heck yeah, JC, let me know when you get those checks. I'll get my 20% off you. 46, huh, bro? Caveman wrecked. Living color. 15 September. Ice Road Truckers. I actually tried to get on that show, Ice Road Truckers, and you had to be a Canadian citizen. And so I hired an attorney, applied for dual citizenship. I thought, man, I got it going on. Business owner, responsible guy. And I got a letter from Canada saying that I had nothing to offer Canada and for me to just stay in America. It was pretty insulting. 32, big rig spot, young. I wish I was 32 and have what I have right now. 50. Trick my truck. I wish that was still out. I'd be begging for them to take one on. Breadman 37 on. You know what got me into trucking? I was a gravel hauler when I was a kid. 46, huh, Steve? You look good for 46, bro. No gray hair. 31, 50. A guy from Alabama. Yeah, you know what? I'm really surprised that Lisa Kelly's YouTube channel is not doing better than it is. 64, huh, Mark? '82. Yeah, I graduated in '88. Susan's 53. Nice. 46, huh? I was, when the barber stops cutting your bangs and starts cutting your eyebrows, you're an old man. And that happened to me this last trip. And I was like, geez, you're not even going to look at the bangs? She's like, what bangs? Oh boy. 43, 46. Yep, me too. I run an earth mover and dump truck. And a loader, of course. Everybody runs a loader. Did some excavator, but I sucked at it. I always hit the truck. I had ear hair for a long time, Sean, but when they stopped with what used to be bangs up here and started shaving these, I knew I was old. Appreciate you, Paul. It's always a pleasure seeing you, bro. I mean, it could be Bob. It's hard to say. It's been trending downward for a long time. Like my views have really sucked for months. And I kept thinking, well, it was just Christmas. And well, it's just after Christmas, January. And it's like, oh, it's still cold out. And now it's like, oh, it's spring. And it's just been steadily going down and down. CK-19. No, I got my first wife pregnant, and then her parents were General Motors employees, and so they got me a job there. That's why I quit trucking. We do have a great chat room of wisdom. The algorithm. Yep, I was an earth mover / scraper operator. Yep. 615 cat, and those guys in that John Deere could smoke me every day with that 238 Detroit in there. I had to wear earmuffs because their scrapers are so loud. But if I could have stayed in front of them, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Nice, Sean. Matthew, if you put out 2 45-minute videos on the same day every week, after a couple of years, you'll have a lot more than 21 subscribers. Trust me. Yeah, Warren, I was just thinking I was 21 day before yesterday, and now I'm an old man. 43 feeling 64, 54 feeling 70. I like MASH. It was good. I was bummed out when that one colonel died in the crash. I can remember Radar coming into the OR and telling everybody. I was super sad. Tri-City Aggression, never heard of it. Okay, Gucci. No, 2 45-minute videos a week on the same day. Like me, always on Wednesday, always on Saturday. That's the secret. But apparently they like to subscribe, but not to watch. Nice big rig spot. Keep going. Keep making videos. I'll check that white line fever out. Of course, you guys know my memory is only about this long, right? So we'll have forgotten we just said that in 5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a grandpa of one. Yeah, I never had the only time I had trouble with getting loaded without a dozer was in the sand. If I was in the clay or on the topsoil, I never had a problem. But it had the chain loader on it. I one time got to move Euclid that had 2 engines, but I didn't get to run it. I just got to move it. No, Colonel Potter was not the one. It was the younger guy that Colonel Potter replaced. He was he got what do you call it when you go home? Yeah, and he was in the helicopter and he got shot down. Did you say your babysit or your grandma babysit Radar O'Reilly? You know what, Warren? I started out flying small planes at a little airport that I lived near, and just circumstances came around that I had enough hours and was looking for a job. 60, huh, Raymond? Colonel Blake, that was him. Yep. Yeah, Brent, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They're definitely putting the screws to me and a lot of other people too. I was talking to Hank earlier today about it. He said his views are down and a lot of people's views are down. Yeah, William, same. Yeah, I remember Arrow. 66 model, huh, Hank? I do fly helicopters. I'm not certificated, but you give me a helicopter and I can fly you somewhere in it. Colonel Blake. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun going down memory lane, but we've been on for almost 2.5. My stomach's telling me I need to feed it, and so what do you think? Think we should uh, call it for the night? Yeah, JC, I agree with that. Yeah, political messes for sure. All right, man. All right, Steve. Thanks, Carlos. Thanks for coming from Panama. We appreciate you. That's for sure, JC. I've been wondering that for a few weeks. Nope. I met Jessica in Florida. Night, Neil. Right on, Sean. See you, Neil. See you, Glenn. See you, Susan. See you, Richard. Later, Hank. See you later, JC. Have a good one, Mark. See you, Mark. See you later, Lonnie. Be safe, brother. Big Rig Spot. We'll see you. See you, Warren. See you later, brother. Have a good night.